Hey guys, Redstone Without Limits, and we're going to make a video on file IO. And I'm going to first show you how it works, and then we're going to, at the end, we're going to make a function that will take this information, and then you'll be able to do whatever you want with it. So that'll be really nice, and that's just for the people that want to just copy it and they don't really want to learn much about it. That's fine. So first of all, we're going to learn how you use it. So first of all, we're going to define our file, and we don't want to name it as something as generic, so we'll just add a 0. That makes everything right. Okay. And then we're going to do open. This is where your file name will go. So we're going to do, I think generic file name works. .txt. And then we're going to add something to the end. It's going to be what type of operation we're going to be doing on this. So if we write to it, anything in that file will automatically get deleted. So unless you're wanting to write and then read, you're going to have to do two different statements, one that's writing and one that's reading. So this would be read, this would be write. Pretty self-explanatory. So down here, first of all, we want to write something to it. So we want to go file0.write, and I accidentally put a parentheses there. And we're going to write hello file, and that will give us what we want. One thing else we have to do, and I actually put the 0 in, and we have to close it so it doesn't think, like say you're trying to access it by another program, it will not think that it won't give you the error that's like, oh, this program is being, or this file is being accessed by another program. You know, you don't want that. And also it'll save it, so that's nice. So we're going to save this, and we will get a return of null. Cool. So in here, which is where I have my Python programs, is our generic file name, and we get hello file, just what we wanted. So what if we wanted to somehow read from this? A similar procedure can be done. So what we want to do is we're going to do file dot, or we want to print file dot, or file0 dot read, and that'll give us a string. So we can do plus another string. We can go that this has been written to this file. There we go. And then we close it off. Hopefully we don't get an error. Oh yeah, one thing we gotta do, okay, we gotta bring this down, and then we gotta just copy and paste this. We have to reopen the file as reading. So let's just go ahead and do that. Oh. Okay, so we're going to reopen the file as reading file read. We'll just rename it. And then we're going to go open generic file name dot txt, and then we're going to go read, and then we're going to go file dot read. We're going to print that. It's going to print out as a string, hopefully. And then we're going to add a string to it. this is the text within the file, like so. Oh, and one other thing, we have to close it again. Read.close. This will tell us what we have. I knew I messed up on something. Yes, okay. So it worked out just how we planned, and that text is still in here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make a function that will allow us to put in anything that we want into this file. So we're going to define a function. We're going to call it file write. Yeah. And then we're going to close it off, right? And then this is what we're going to put inside of it. So we're going to first, we need a parameter that specifies what you want to put in. So this will be input of user. So that will give us what we want to put in, and we're going to return nothing. So we can do that. We're just going to return 0. Like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to define another file. So we're going to call this file func equals open. And then we're going to put in here what we're going to name our file. We're just going to name it something good, right? So we're going to let's name it chunk file .txt, so we can open it up in a text document. And then we also have to specify what we're going to be doing with this. We're only going to be writing with this function. Okay, and right here, we're going to specify the input of the user. So this is what we're going to do. Make sure we clean this up. We're going to do file func.read, or no, write. And we're going to do input of user, like so. And then we're going to do file func.close, and that will write that to file, but it won't do anything with it. So what we need to do is we need to define this function up here. And we need to do, we're going to run the function once we have defined it. And I'm going to comment this. File write function here. File write, and then what we're going to do is we're going to define a function that will, or we're going to define a variable that will get the user's input. So user input equals input, like so. And then we'll also prompt him, what would you like to write to this file? Did we put a parentheses after that? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to put user input, like so. We're going to run this. Okay, what would you like to write to the file? And I should probably put a colon at the end, but it's too late now. This file's, oh, that's not going to work. Files contents are stated here. There we go. And it should write to that file just as we specified. Func file. Right here. So it put it in just as we wanted, and that function should work for you if you want to write something. And also, of course, you could specify where you want to put this file by putting slashes or something like that. So you would just specify the location, and then at the end you would put what this is going to go to. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one.